Have you ever stepped away from something you were trying to build, not because you quit, but because life just got heavy? Well, that's where I've been. Welcome back to another episode of Chef Ismael's Kitchen Quest. My name is Chef Ismael, and let's get right into it. So I think a lot of people have that feeling. You don't lose the dream, you don't lose the vision, you don't lose the passion. But somewhere between work, family, pressure, bills, business, content, and trying to become better, you start to lose a rhythm at times. And once you lose that rhythm, it can be very difficult to get back into it. Now, I haven't put out an episode for a very long time, I believe since May. And I'll be honest, a part of me kind of overthought a lot of it. Should I explain why I stopped making episodes? Should I apologize? Should I wait till everything is perfect again? But then I thought to myself, if I've been gone for this long, it didn't mean that I quit because I'm getting right back into it. Sometimes it's good to recalibrate yourself. And just because I've been a little silent doesn't mean that I don't care about doing what I was doing. It just meant that I just needed to reorganize myself personally, as well as a business aspect of things. There are things that I've been carrying around that I really needed to handle right then and there. And so that's what prompted me from stopping these episodes. I was trying to get everything together, my mind, my energy, and my priorities back in order. And I think that applies more than just content. It applies to the kitchen, to business, to fitness, leadership, and life. And just because you take a pause, it doesn't mean that the mission is over, because it's not. But if we're being honest here, momentum absolutely matters. When you stop doing something, even if it's for a little while, it can get really difficult to get right back into it. And I'm sure all of us have gone through it at one point or another. You miss 1 week, and then it turns into 2 weeks, then a month, and then you start telling yourself excuses why you can't get back into it. And in your thought process, you're telling yourself, maybe nobody cares. Maybe I lost the rhythm. Maybe I should wait until I have a better idea. Or maybe I'll just come back when I feel ready. But if you wait until you feel ready, you might not ever move from that spot. In the kitchen, you don't always get to wait until you feel perfect. Service starts when service starts. And the tickets, they'll come whether you're ready or not. And sometimes the only way back is to step on the line and start calling off the first ticket. Now, here's the part I needed to remind myself. A reset is not the same thing as starting over. Starting over means that I lost the entire podcast. I lost Chef Ismael's Kitchen Quest in general, and I lost my Instagram page and so forth. And on that note, make sure you guys are following. If you guys aren't following on my Instagram or YouTube, make sure you guys do that. Now, let me get back to it. Resetting only means that you're trying to rebuild your foundation. At the end of the day, I still have my experience, my voice, my standards, my purpose, and I still have the message that I want to give to the next generation of chefs. So no, I'm not starting over. I'm getting back into position. And that is a big, important difference because a lot of people punish themselves for taking a rest, to reset your life and to get everything back in order, especially when it comes down to your priorities. Sometimes people act like one quiet season erased all of the work that they did, and it didn't. Your progress still counts. Your lessons still count. Your experience still count. And your past consistency, it still counts. Now you just have to return the work. Since May up until now, it's reminded me of one important thing. Consistency is not built when life gets easy. Consistency is built when life gets complicated and you still find a way back to it. That doesn't mean that you ignore your responsibilities. It doesn't mean that you burn yourself out trying to prove a point. And it doesn't mean that you have to pretend that everything's okay. It means that you learn how to come back without feeling shame. And that is leadership as well. Because us as leaders, we're not perfect. We get tired, we lose rhythm, we start to doubt ourselves. And we have those moments when we have to learn how to take a step back in order to be able to continue to move forward. But what makes you a leader is not that you never fall, is that you return with honesty, discipline, and a better plan. So here's what I'm doing moving forward. I'm going to keep it simple. It's going to be one episode at a time, one message at a time, and one useful conversation at a time. I don't need perfect. What I need is consistency. And that is something that I want every chef, creator, and person listening to this to understand. Your comeback doesn't need to be dramatic. So don't wait for the perfect setup. Don't wait for the perfect mood. Don't wait for the perfect confidence. Just return to the standard. Record that episode, show up to the gym, clean your station, make that call, send that invoice, cook the dish, and do whatever it takes to become a better version of yourself. Momentum comes after action, not before. So if you've been away from something you care about, I want you to hear this. You are not done. You might be tired. You might be behind. You might have fell out of rhythm, but you are not done. Take the pressure off of needing to be perfect. Just come back. And remember, the pause didn't end the mission. It just gave you a chance to reset. My name is Chef Ismael. This is Chef Ismael's Kitchen Quest. And thank you so much for listening. Remember, stay passionate, stay focused, and keep moving forward with a purpose. See you next week.